What's up, future millionaires and current ramen noodle enthusiasts? Your favorite financially cynical fairy godparent is back, and today, we're talking about something that separates the "I own 3 houses" club from the "I own 3 different colors of the same designer hoodie" club. Yeah, I went there. We're dissecting the brutal, unforgiving truth about the difference between buying cash-flowing assets and just flexing liabilities. Because let's be real, a lot of y'all out there are busy impressing people you don't even like with money you don't actually have. This isn't just finance talk, it's a call to arms for anyone tired of the endless swipe and regret cycle. If you want to actually own your life, not just rent it from the bank, stick around. This masterclass is about to drop some uncomfortable truths that'll make your wallet uncomfortable, but your future self will thank me. Alright, let's get the boring, textbook definition out of the way first. Your econ professor probably taught you that an asset is anything you own, and a liability is anything you owe. Cute. But for us, for the people who actually want to build real wealth, that definition is about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. We're going to redefine it, with a little more spice. An asset, in our world, is something that puts money in your pocket. Simple. Direct. No ambiguity. And a liability? That's anything that actively, relentlessly, takes money out of your pocket. See the difference? One feeds you, the other starves you. And guess which one gets all the hype on social media? Spoiler alert, it's not the one that's making you rich. Now, let's talk about the real MVPs, the quiet assassins of financial freedom, cash-flowing assets. These aren't just things you own, these are things that work for you, churning out income, passively, while you're busy living your best life, or, doom scrolling. They're the gifts that keep on giving, the unsung heroes of your bank account. First up, real estate, the OG wealth builder. When done right, we're not talking about that primary residence you overpaid for in a hot market, which, newsflash, is often a liability. We're talking about rental properties. You buy a duplex, a condo, hell, even a tiny house, and you rent it out. Your tenants pay you rent. If that rent covers your mortgage, property taxes, insurance, maintenance, and still leaves you with a profit? Boom. Cash flow. Every single month. It's a tangible asset that appreciates over time, pays down its own debt, and generates income. The flex here isn't a new car. It's the fact that someone else is paying for your investment while it grows. Risks? Bad tenants, unexpected repairs. But due diligence and smart management mitigate that. Next, dividend stocks, your little money trees. Imagine owning a tiny sliver of a massive, profitable company like Coca-Cola or Apple. And because these companies are making bank, they share a piece of that profit with their shareholders, usually quarterly. That's a dividend. You literally get paid just for owning a part of their business. It's not just about stock price appreciation, it's a regular income stream. The beauty is compounding, reinvesting dividends buys more shares, generating even more income. It's like planting a tiny money tree and watching it grow. Risks? The stock market is a roller coaster, and companies can cut dividends. But diversified portfolios and long-term thinking can mitigate a lot of that. The flex? Getting paid while you sleep, just for being smart. Then we have bonds, the steady, kinda boring cousins. If dividend stocks are the exciting, slightly unpredictable cousins, bonds are the reliable, buttoned-up ones. You loan money to a government or a corporation, and they pay you interest regularly until the bond matures. Lower risk, generally lower returns, but they still provide a consistent, predictable income stream. They're like the slow and steady tortoise in the race, always bringing in that cash flow. And let's not forget, digital assets and businesses, the new frontier. This is where Gen Z can really shine. Think about it, an e-commerce store that generates sales, a YouTube channel that pulls in ad revenue, an online course or digital product you created once and it sells repeatedly. These are businesses, yes, but once they're built and optimized, they can generate incredible cash flow with relatively low overhead compared to traditional businesses. The initial hustle is real, but the potential for passive, scalable income is astronomical. Your creativity, your knowledge, your passion, transformed into a money-making machine. These assets, regardless of their form, share one critical trait: they are designed to increase your net worth and your income, systematically. They're not about looking rich, they're about being rich, quietly and effectively. Now, let's pivot to the dark side of the financial moon: flexing liabilities. These are the things that society tells you are symbols of success, but in reality, they're just black holes for your cash. They scream, "I'm rich," while quietly whispering, "I'm broke," to your bank account. These are purchases designed for instant gratification, for external validation, and they bleed you dry. Exhibit A, the luxury car, aka the depreciation mobile, you know the one. That shiny new Mercedes, that BMW, that Tesla you bought because everyone else has one, or because you wanted to feel successful. Let me drop some truth: the moment you drive that car off the lot, it loses a massive chunk of value. It's not an investment, it's a rapidly depreciating asset requiring constant feeding, sky-high insurance, gas, and maintenance costs. The flex lasts until the novelty wears off, or until you see someone with an even newer model, and then you're stuck with a financial drain that actively works against your wealth-building goals. It's a status symbol that costs you far more than just its sticker price. Exhibit B, designer clothes and accessories, the threadbare trap, oh, that limited edition Supreme hoodie. Those Gucci loafers. That Louis Vuitton bag. Are they beautiful? Sure. Do they make you feel good for 0.5 seconds? Absolutely. Do they put money in your pocket? Absolutely not. Unless you're flipping them, which, again, is a business, not a liability in that context. These are just consumer items designed to make you feel like you're part of an exclusive club. They offer zero return on investment and usually depreciate in value quicker than your last TikTok trend. You're literally throwing money away for fleeting social media validation. Think about the opportunity cost. That $1,000 designer belt could be 10 shares of a dividend stock, or a down payment on a side hustle. Which one is actually going to change your life? Exhibit C, the subscription sprawl, death by 1,000 monthly cuts, Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, Disney+, Spotify, Apple Music, that gym membership you never use, that meal prep kit you cancel and resubscribe to every other month. Individually, they seem cheap. $5 here, $15 there. But add them up. You could be looking at hundreds of dollars a month disappearing from your account without you even noticing. These are recurring liabilities that provide convenience but often eat into your financial progress without you batting an eye. Audit your subscriptions, people. Exhibit D, high-interest consumer debt, the ultimate financial chains, credit card debt. Payday loans. Personal loans taken out for depreciating assets. This is the financial equivalent of lighting your money on fire, then paying someone extra to watch it burn. The interest rates on credit cards can be absolutely brutal, often 18 to 25% APR or more. You're paying a premium just to have things now, and that premium eats into your ability to save, invest, and build any kind of financial future. This isn't just a liability, it's a financial anchor dragging you down. You're flexing, but you're paying an exorbitant fee to do so, locking yourself into a cycle of debt. And sometimes, even the dream home can be a liability. Now, I know. But a house is an asset. Not always, fam. Your primary residence, especially if it's bigger than you need and costs a fortune in maintenance, property taxes, and interest payments, isn't putting money in your pocket. It's taking it out. It might appreciate over time, sure, but it's not generating cash flow. If your house poor, barely making ends meet because your mortgage is draining you, that's a liability. The flex of the McMansion often comes at the cost of actual financial freedom. The biggest difference between the haves and the have-nots isn't luck, it's a fundamental mindset shift. It's moving from a consumer mentality, what can I buy to make myself feel good right now? To an investor mentality, what can I acquire that will pay me dividends in the future? It's about delayed gratification. It's about understanding opportunity cost. Every dollar you spend on a flexing liability is a dollar you cannot invest in a cash-flowing asset. That $500 you spent on concert tickets you barely remember. That could have been a down payment on something that generates $50 a month for life. The choice is yours. Are you going to be the person who buys flashy things to impress strangers, or the person who quietly builds an empire that allows them to truly live on their own terms? Alright, enough ranting. Let's get pragmatic. How do you actually start making this shift? 1. Audit your spending, ruthlessly. Go through your bank statements for the last 3 months. Highlight every single expense that falls into the flexing liability category. Be honest with yourself. Where is your money really going? 2. Set clear, tangible goals. What does financial freedom look like for you? Is it having enough passive income to cover your basic living expenses? To travel the world? To retire early? Write it down. Make it real. 3. Start small. Start now. You don't need $1 million to start investing. Even $50 a month into an S&P 500 index fund via an app like Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab is infinitely better than nothing. The power of compounding favors time, not just huge lump sums. 4. Educate yourself. You're already watching this, so you're on the right track. Dive deeper. Read books, listen to podcasts, follow reputable financial advisors, not just finfluencers flexing their rented limbos. Understand different asset classes. 5. Automate your investments. Set up automatic transfers from your checking account to your investment account on payday. Pay yourself first isn't just a cute saying, it's a financial superpower. If the money never hits your checking account for discretionary spending, you won't miss it. 6. Reinvest your returns. For those dividend stocks or rental income, fight the urge to splurge. Reinvest those profits back into your assets. This is how compounding truly kicks in and turns your small investments into a significant wealth engine. Don't touch that money, let it make more money for you. So, there you have it, folks. The brutal, beautiful truth about assets versus liabilities. It's not rocket science, but it requires discipline, a long-term vision, and a willingness to say no to instant gratification. Stop buying things that drain your wallet and impress no one of actual consequence. Start acquiring things that actually work for you, that generate income, that build true, lasting wealth. Because when you switch from a flexing liabilities mindset to a buying cash-flowing assets mindset, you're not just changing your financial situation, you're changing your entire life. You're taking back control. You're writing your own rules. And honestly, isn't that the ultimate flex? If this woke you up, smash that like button, drop a comment with your favorite asset class, and for the love of all that is financially savvy, subscribe so you don't miss out on more truth bombs. Until next time, stay cynical, stay smart, and keep stacking those assets.